Hey, you know what I'm saying? We are on this today. I'm trying to see if y'all can see me. For real, for real. Shit. Man, there's some things that you gotta figure out in life. I'm 30 and I'm still be trying to figure it out. Made no sense, for real. I'm ready to get my hair retwisted. It's about that time. You know what I'm saying? It's really about that time to get my hair retwisted, bro. Like, no cap. Boo wap. I might go back to that lady. But the way she did me, so I'm like, she on bullshit, boy. It's a dub for me. It's bad enough. It's bad, bro. Man, I got this Twit card, bro. What's good? What's good? Let's go ahead and chop it up before I start making content and pushing these shorts out. Cause you know I will. I'ma do it to them. Wreak havoc. Matter of fact, I do need to do my budget too. I'm looking at these library cards. What's good? Say what's up, y'all. I mean, it's Sunday evening. What they say in Japan? Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means good evening. Buenas tardes. What's good? What's good? Hey, tell me where y'all from, man. Tell me where y'all from. You know what I'm saying? How'd you find me? Y'all just scrolling on YouTube. I'm not gonna say that. I'd rather say 8-9 game time. That's what I like to say. I kind of made that up. God, I'm tired of hearing that. Let's do 8-9 game time. Now that's a giant right there. Big numbers, big numbers. You know they got that 6'7". I said it anyways. 6 foot, 7 foot was a Lil Wayne song. Denver, Colorado. Hey, I was just looking at a multi-million-dollar house out in Aspen, Colorado. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful landscape. But I'm in Dallas. That's where I'm from. Do you know Foley? Who is that? I mean, is there a first name, last name? Do I look like somebody named Foley, or you think I might be a relative? I got Black Keanu Reeves. Like, I think that was pretty cool because I like Keanu Reeves. What is SKZ, bro? SKZ. A singer? Foley. Could I find him on Spotify? Is it, what genre is he singing in? Is it pop? Rock? I don't know, jazz? What? You gotta give me something so I could be like, I might know. Because that name do sound familiar, Foley. Your stepdad is crazy. How would I know? Stray Kids, the K-pop group. Dang, how old are y'all? Cause I don't listen to none of this stuff. I don't listen to none of this, man. But I just been doing my thing. OP, overpower. Okay, okay. All right. Anyways, what else? What else? What else? Y'all make sure I like this live and share this live. Get some more people on here. Anyways, I'm really just kicking it. Um, I'm thinking about bringing a chick on here, man. Probably a Spanish broad or something. The next time I go live, I'm gonna be outside at this park and probably be out there with a chick that, you know what I'm saying, that may be able to speak Spanish with me, because I really want to do something cool where I just be speaking Spanish with a broad or learning Spanish. Like, I'm trying to learn to speak multi languages, be multilingual, but right now it's kind of a struggle because, like, I feel like I'll learn faster if I'm interested in the person that's speaking, because, you know, now you have to put on conversation. All right, his Spotify name is Folly. No spaces? Okay, cool. I could look into that. You say he's a really good singer. He's your stepdad. Okay. Any y'all know any languages? I know two. I got English. Well, obviously, I'm speaking. Spanish. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna be brushing up on Japanese. Even though I should brush up on French, because I actually took French. I actually know something about French. So I'm gonna stick to those: English, Spanish, and French right now. Eventually, I'm getting to Japan, Japanese, and Mandarin. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into those things, but right now, that's where I'm at. You dig? That's where I'm at. You dig? No tripping off nothing. Man, how was y'all Sunday? What y'all do all day today? Where's Rose Bank at? Is that Arizona? I'm gonna be on here for about an hour. Uh, I'm about to do some work right now. What I'm about to do? Write these scripts that I'm gonna put on YouTube, man. I got a couple of scripts I need to put on here. I was posting on Instagram, but I'm gonna stop because ain't no money on Instagram for real. 2 o'clock. Is that the time that you're in? The time zone? Like, it's 2 o'clock where you at? Where you at? I wouldn't say California, but maybe. Not necessarily. No, it's not California. It can't be. But yeah, let me show y'all this house I was looking at. I need your opinion on something. Okay, well, tell me the opinion. I'll give it. Well, the question or whatever. I'm about to show y'all these houses I've been looking at. It's Sunday, and I dream build every Sunday. I should do it every day. Every night, really. But I was doing it today. I was like, man, this spot out in Aspen, Colorado, bro. Ask your question, dude. I'm waiting on you. Look at this. I'm loving this. Chanel, are you male or female? I'm just asking. I don't know. It depends. Did you try basketball last year or did you try cheerleading last year? And which one do you think that you'll be most successful in is the real question. Man, this lit me up because I actually like Colorado. I like cold places, but like this is beautiful. I was like, man, it, I'm not worried about the price. I understand the price is 67.5 million, but I don't think that should be bigger than me. I don't think it is. I think the feeling that I'm getting from seeing this is much bigger than the price. And what am I willing to get it and keep it having? So yeah, I play basketball. You see that right there? Yeah, yeah. But I tried basketball and I got a medal and stuff for the last day, but I don't know. All right, so let's look at it this way. Let's look at your skill acquisition for each sport. Let's look at how good are you are at basketball and how good are you at cheerleading. Which one you think you're best at? Or let's put it this way. If you had to go to college and have one of those sports or maybe both of those sports pay for college, which one do you think will bring the most success? Scholarship wise, you taking it long term. I mean, I don't know. I gotta know your mindset. Is this something you trying to take serious or you just trying it out? Basketball? Okay, well, basketball it is. I mean, is you trying to go to college for basketball or are you just trying it out? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you trying it out. Okay. Well, yeah, try it out. I mean, or what grade you in? Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior? Are you really good at cheerleading to where you can recover your spot? I don't know. That's just the questions I had asked when I was in high school because I was good in football. Oh, you got time on your hands. Time is on your side. I wish. So this thing, I wish I tried wrestling in 8th grade rather than basketball. You know what I'm saying? You're going to 8th. Okay, yeah. So just, I mean, you got time. Do basketball. And if you, I mean, you're an athlete. If you playing basketball, you definitely could transition to cheerleading. So it's nothing for you. If you feel like high school, you want to take cheerleading serious and do that. Because, believe it or not, I played football from Pop Warner all the way up to 9th grade, and then I switched to basketball. So, yeah, point guard. I never liked point guard. Well, I never understood point guards for real. Like, who dribbles the ball, and their only job is to pass it, set up plays, and don't score. I never understood that. That's why I was never a big fan of Rajon Rondo. I am a huge Derrick Rose fan. I don't care what nobody say to this day. To this day. I think I need to get his jersey or something. Like, I follow him on every team he went to after the Bulls. So it's like, even if he didn't play, it was just like I know where he went. I follow wherever my boy go. And he retired, so but yeah, I just don't have a bone in my body for point guards for real. I wouldn't be able to tell you much about them. I've played in that position, but I also played in every other position. So I don't think you should just focus on point guard. I think you should focus on being well rounded because you never know what spot you're gonna have to be forced into or end up in. So you play AAU. So you play in the AAU league. Okay, well, I mean, you could be a cheerleader for the high school or middle school and play basketball outside of the cheerleading. So I don't know. Depending on how your energy is. But yeah, I think that's AAU. When you say Chicago Skies, I think that's AAU. So I know exactly where you're coming from. I know a lot of people that didn't play for they school. So a lot of them waited till high school, which I think is best. 34, I Paul Pierce wore 34, so I know Paul Pierce in 34, but I don't know anybody else. Like I'm just getting into the WNBA, so y'all actually got some really really good players. Like no doubt about it. Man, I had just seen this chick on the WNBA. I don't even remember her name, and I ain't talking about Angela Reese or whatever her name. Yeah. I ain't talking about her. It's another one. But I think they had a. Well, hey, if you're really good at defense, the only thing you need to focus on is being really good at offense. There you go. You just gotta start dominating on the other side of the floor, which is offense. A point guard that is dangerous on defense and dangerous on offense definitely changes the trajectory of the team. It actually boosts the team's percentage to win. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I know I used to hate my teammate because he didn't want to score, and he was a point guard. But it's like, bro, you open or you need to do something to help us become open so we could get easy shots. So I remember that, and I'm like, high school was tough, man. High school was tough for me. Dang. Oh my God. Well, yeah. You really the truth in this mug. Bruh, what? Why I hate when I forget my password. Make me mad, yo. Yo, I'd be like, I think I changed it and just forgot. Just be forgetting. It was always scrimmage because they were not a lot of girls that signed up. See, we gotta get together. You need to play with the big leagues. That's why I hate AU sometimes, man. Anybody else got some more questions? I feel like I feel like Chanel the only one that got questions and talking, which I ain't tripping. Y'all very active on this mug. 3, 6, 9, 3. Oh, my back. You have inactive devices. don't care about all that shit. I played at the Taylor Cowboys. Fort Campbell. Why you mention Fort Campbell? Get a job, man. It's Sunday, bro. I work tomorrow. How about you ask better questions? This dude talking about get a job. I'm actually gonna be starting my podcast soon as well. Like I really like the whole studio setup, and I'm gonna go live then. It be like we live for real. Fort Campbell, yep. I went to Fort Knox High School, so I think you saw that. Who would you say was a basketball player? Derrick Rose? Yeah, a lot of people say it's Kobe Bryant. Mine was Derrick Rose, believe it or not. And Derrick Rose was actually introduced to me through my god brother. He actually said I actually played just like him, or had a similarity to how I played. Kobe Bryant, definitely, I'd say top 3. LeBron's not in my top 3, so it's Derrick Rose, Kobe Bryant. I wouldn't say Michael Jordan because, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I would say Kawhi Leonard. I mean, I like Steph Curry too, but based on how I like to play and the type of players I like to see play, those are the players that I like to see play or did like to see play. Like Kawhi Leonard freaking went to Toronto and gave Toronto a ring. So it's like, I don't know. Not too many players could do that. Magic and Kevin Durant. Okay. I think, yeah, your players. I think based on your players, you like the playing style. Like Kevin Durant is definitely a scorer, but he's not a slasher. He does pass the ball. I think Kobe Bryant is the same way. He scores, he'll pass it, but he's definitely Black Mamba, so he has that. Magic is a point guard, so I mean, you're talking about a pure point guard. Dude was like 6'8", 6'9", and just pure point guard. So okay, you got some good. You got a good top 3. I can't even argue that. And you got them by like uh by the decades they were in. Magic was like 80s, 90s. Kobe Bryant was like late 90s to 2020, unfortunately. And Kevin Durant, who came later after Kobe. So How can I get better at doing layups? It depends what kind of layups you're trying to do. You trying to do left hand layups, right hand layups, uh, layups that focus on having air control, I guess. When you say layups, I mean it's pretty easy. You just practice at the top of the key. Focus on getting an angle. I know because people like to go at the top of the key and then do a layup, but you got to think about it. Your best layups are at an angle, off the wing, right wing, left wing. Baseline's really hard. For a baseline, you would have to create space. A lot of times when I used to go baseline, I'll have to create space where I have to shuffle or I'll have to pro hop to the square. I don't know how many people don't. I don't know who knows how to pro hop, so I don't know why I even mentioned that. But practice on doing layups at different angles on the court when you drive, because I know you have that square on the right side and left side, then you have the middle lane. It's very hard to do a middle lane layup. You basically have to do a floater or just get really good at hitting the backboard, the very top of the backboard, soft, in order for the layup to land. But yeah, you just gotta keep practicing. Practice by yourself, practice with a teammate, practice going up strong. If you can do push-ups after every missed layup, because if you don't have nobody on you and you just practice by yourself, you should really discipline yourself. You should do at least 5 push-ups for every missed layup you miss by yourself. You missing layups and nobody's around. And don't lie to yourself, do them. It'll build discipline. It'll build that upper body strength for you to actually do layups. When somebody actually is guarding you and they bump you and you have to make a layup. But to get better at layups, you make sure you are aiming for that square, the square, in order to make the layup. If you're not aiming for that square, you're not utilizing the square every time, then, you know, you're not trying to get better at layups. Once you get really good at layups, it'll be second nature to use a square. And it'll be second nature to like mix it up. You might be able to go left, right, and left again. See, Derrick Rose, man, he used to go or go. I'm telling you, I used to copy it. I know. I used to be or there's all type of stuff. Like, you just, dang, man, y'all got me talking about basketball and I miss basketball. Basketball is a universal sport. See, when you talk about making a square, I'm like, I don't know. All right, so when you do your layups, are you going off 1 foot or are you going off 2 foot? See, now I feel like I gotta demonstrate on how to do a layup, and I'm not even at the court. 1 foot, okay. Like I said, you gotta be at an angle, because 1 foot, just going straight down the lane and doing the layup, it is really hard to get that finger roll on that square. Because when you're just going straight down the middle, it's a strange look. Now, for me, when I used to go straight down the lane off the top of the key, I would go off 2 feet. Why? Because when you drive and you get to the middle, defense is supposed to collapse in to keep you from scoring. So if you go off 2 feet, you have 3 options, maybe 4 from the looks of it. You got a guy or woman at the corner to the left, at the corner to the right. Then you have a wing to the left. You're not gonna be able to pass it to the right wing because that's your blind side. You can't see over there. The best thing you'll be able to do is to throw it to the right wing or left wing, or left corner or right corner, my bad. So if I was you, I would learn to go off 2 feet rather than just doing one, it'll make you more comfortable and make you more safe. And it actually take you to the next level as a point guard for sure. But 1 foot is definitely when you just know you have a free opening and you know you got it like that. You could do layups for real, like floaters. And really, you're on YouTube, look this stuff up, you know. That's how I got really good. I got really good at dribbling because I watched dribbling videos and I was like, all right, this is what I need to be practicing on these drills. My vertical increased from 36 to 40. By the time I got to college, I had like a 40-inch, maybe 38 to 40-inch vertical. And I just stopped playing basketball. And that's really my fault. I gave up. I had these self-defeating thoughts and they got the best of me. So that's my awareness of that situation. But yeah, you gotta practice. You gotta find a WNBA player that you want to imitate and that you like the most, and you copy their style. You copy their layup package. Every WNBA player got a layup package, just like the NBA. Everybody has a certain layup style that you can copy, certain mindset that you would like. Also, I'll say this, before you start practicing, watch a motivational video, get your mind right. Wow. See, you got it. So since you got it, what let's look at this. How good is your conditioning? How well is your conditioning? Like strength and conditioning. Do you run miles? Do you run 1 mile, 2 miles, 3 miles? How good are you running miles? Cause you sound like you're really trying to be like great. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't even thinking like that when I was your age. So, you gotta. I know you say my practice. Well, yeah, your practice gotta include strength and conditioning. Okay, well, how fast is your mile? That's what I'm gonna ask. Cause when I was in high school, I ran a mile in like 5 minutes and 40 seconds. That was pretty fast. I mean, I'm kind of slow now. I could run a mile in like 7 minutes and 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds. So it's not that great. Not how I would want it. Let's just say that. I'm really fast to the point I can run to the other side of the court past defense. I said, how fast is your mile? Your 1 mile, if you timed yourself running a mile, that's 4 laps around the track. Cause I mean, yeah, running down the court is you should be fast. It's a short distance. All right, so they have this app called Strava, or you got the Nike Run app. Either one. You need to start running a mile as fast as you can. And if you start to get tired, take a 3-minute break. No. Yeah, start running a mile, but do half a mile as fast as you can. Take a 3-minute break, and then run another half mile. Do that for, I would say, maybe, okay, so you have it. Okay, well, we need to start running. We need to start running and gunning. So, because you're a point guard, you have to be the most conditioned You have to be the most conditioned on the floor. And I would say if you could run a mile, I don't know how fast you are, but if you could run a mile in 9 minutes, let's say you've been running a mile for about a month, right? You should at least be able to run a mile in 9 minutes. Like you should be able to get fast. Well, if you're already fast, you need endurance. Cause that's where I failed at. I was fast, I was explosive, but I didn't have endurance, so I'll get tired. And you'll be able to see it, cause it won't be hard. All right, I'm gonna try and run outside tomorrow because my mom. Oh well, yeah. If that's the case, then just go to the gym and run on the treadmill. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Or you could do jump rope for 10 minutes, whichever. If it's not safe, I don't know. If it's not safe, then yeah, don't even try. But like, if it's safe, or if you can get to a track, do that. That's what I am gonna say. But you got to get your conditioning right, man. It's big business when you right. All right, so you gotta break it down to me. What are you practicing? Because some of these things could be grouped together. Because practice is different from conditioning, strength and conditioning. Let's say this. So if you're practicing, what is you should be at least to practice three things: crossover, layups, jump shots, and more. Okay, you need to combine all of those. All of those. You can do a crossover to a layup, crossover, one dribble, jump shot, crossover, dribble, jump shot. You really need to stack those. Maybe you just want to focus on crossovers and layups. Crossover and layup. Or dribbling drills, right? Stationary dribbling drills. Then you practice your crossovers up and down the court. And then when you're done with those two things, you combine crossovers and layups. Where you're moving, you're practicing what you did stationary, right? Stationary, which is you're just doing your crossover, sitting in that spot between the legs, behind the bag. Then you're practicing moving, zigzag drill, crossover, boom, boom, crossover, boom. And then when you're done with that, you do crossover layups. Crossover, layup. You should only take at least two dribbles after the crossover, maybe one. It depends. But you say you like 5'2", okay. It'd probably take you about 2-3 dribbles. You can do that for one day. Then the other day you do crossovers again, stationary dribbling drills because you are point guard, and tie in some passing with it to the wall, whatever. And then you start doing crossover to jump shots. I just, dang, man, I hate that I gave up so soon. That's my biggest regret. Yeah, you got to make the mistake. I mean, what's the point of practicing? What's the point of you practicing these skills if you, so you probably didn't practice a skill enough. I'm not even gonna lie. You didn't practice the skill enough. You need to be so confident in your crossover ability because you practice so much on your crossover during your practice by yourself that you have no problem doing it in a game. Because all your mistakes supposed to happen during practice. Now, if it happens in a game, you're probably fatigued or you didn't practice hard enough. You need to practice like how you gonna play in the game. So here's the thing. You need to learn how to meditate and visualize yourself being in a game setting before every practice. This is your warm-up because you need to be there mentally before you start doing anything physically. That's what you have to do. Because that's what I used to do. I used to always daydream before I even started practicing, started training on my skills. I was just daydreaming. And then when I was ready, I'm like, oh, I got it in my mind. Oh, we about to do this. That's why I say a part of my brand, Mideus Print, I say imagination is transportation. The mind takes us places that the body cannot yet. Once we prepare our mind for it, we can do it on the field, in the physical. Yes, okay. We do figure eight. You don't practice by yourself. You gotta learn to practice by yourself. I know you do it with your team, but you become more confident when you can do it by yourself because ain't nobody telling you. You know exactly what you're trying to do. Yeah, you gotta be able to practice by yourself, dribbling, doing your crossovers, and you need to imagine having an opposition in front of you when you're doing it, so you're not gonna do a lousy crossover. You're not gonna do a lousy layup. You're gonna give it the best you got. Like, if there's something out in front of you, you're gonna take them, take their ankles. Man, I sound crazy, but yeah, that's how it was for me. You know, I would practice like somebody's in front of me, or you know what I'm saying, try to play somebody one-on-one. You practice by yourself. And then you try to duel somebody on your team one-on-one. You try to get as much one-on-ones as you can. You do all that you've practiced. Crossovers, if you practice crossovers, practice them crossovers. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. It's just, you gotta look at it this way. If you want to be great at anything, just understand it's gonna be painful. You're gonna make mistakes. It's not going to go as you planned or as you expected. And if it don't go as you planned it or expected, you just need to know that you're not practicing hard enough, you're not conditioned enough, and you're not confident enough in your own mind. And that's not a bad thing. That is feedback. And you take that feedback and you journal, you know what I'm saying? You journal it. And you go back and you review it. Hey, you redraw up on the drawing board. You get back to it. That's all it is. Well, you gotta keep imagining. You gotta keep imagining yourself doing, and it has to be during practice. It has to be done during practice. Not, I try to imagine me doing a crossover in the game, doing it so confidently, but I can't do it in the real life game. Like I said, try to play people one-on-one. Practice crossing over. Practice by yourself, and don't be lazy with it just because you're doing it by yourself. No, take it serious. Imagine in your mind you doing these crossovers in the game. And do it so much to the point that you are tired of doing the crossover. You have to get tired. There has to be some type of fatigue, some type of trauma with you imagining as in the game, you're crossing over every time you practice by yourself. So when you play somebody one-on-one, you're doing your crossovers and you're making your mistakes, you know why you made your mistakes. You was thinking too hard. You was nervous. And because you're thinking too hard, you didn't practice enough. You didn't drill it enough in your mind to make that crossover second nature where you don't have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you're not there yet. You need to tell yourself that I'm just not there yet. And I need to keep practicing until it becomes second nature. That's what you need to tell yourself. And don't say you can't do it. Let's say you can't do it yet in the real life game. But guess what? The same game that you imagine in your mind is the real life game that you imagine when you open your eyes and you actually playing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's just in your mind. It's like a simulation. When you're practicing in the gym by yourself or whatever, and you're practicing your crossovers and all of that, you're basically in a simulation still. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta get out your head. Get out your head, continue to practice, continue. And like I said, if you go game speed when you're practicing, go game speed when you're practicing so you can make your mistakes. Go fast. Make the mistakes. Yes, do all of those things. Like, hold on. I got my son doing that. Let me show you. Since you mentioned that, I'm finna have my son. Well, I have my son doing it, but he has to catch these like this. He literally has to catch it. He has to learn to catch it. You see what I'm saying? Like he has to learn to catch it, and then he'll be able to juggle. Eventually be able to juggle. But that helps with eye coordination, hand-eye coordination, and yes, focus, and then it'll build your confidence. Because you probably, in a game, you don't want to try to look down because you are a point guard, but we have that habit of looking down, and having the tennis ball focus, you'll be able to not look down when you're dribbling basketball, because you dribble the tennis, or you have to focus on the tennis ball in front of you, or whatever the case may be. Or you had to bounce it off a wall and dribble at the same time and catch the tennis ball. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, come on now. I was a late bloomer in basketball, but I know for a fact that had I stayed with my determination, I believe I would have been in the NBA. I truly believe that. There's no doubt in my mind. I would have been in the NBA coming out of Fort Knox High School, out of a small D1 college. I guarantee it. But I don't know that because I gave up. So that's my truth to you. And I don't really care about it because, you know what I'm saying, there's more to life. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, you need to see how they train to get there. You need to figure out how they train to get there. Me telling you to run a mile and make that your norm, to run a mile, to run 2 miles. If you improve, run 3 miles. You don't have to be a part of the track team to run track. Do some sprints, you know what I'm saying? Do some plyometrics. I know I'm going on a rant, but like I really, really, really be happy when people come to me about basketball, because like I used to play it, and my strength and conditioning wasn't the best. I was athletic, don't get me wrong, jump out the gym, strong, all of that stuff, fast, but like believe it or not, it just, you know what I'm saying? There's certain factors that you have to have in play. certain skill sets and all that. People don't understand, like, you have to be pretty elite. It's the little things that these NBA scouts look at. The little things. It's crazy how little those things help win games. And they know that. They know that. So you really have to be very aware of yourself. Caitlin Clark, okay, yeah, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. I ain't even gonna knock that. I seen her play. I'm like, oh, yeah, she can shoot. Not only that, she can shoot and play. So, not like she's not dominant. Caitlin Clark. Man, I used to really play like Derrick Rose. Really. I used to have the dunking package. I mean, it's a lot of wear and tear on the body for sure. And I know why his career was so short because of that. The constant movement, quick turns, and all that stuff. It was painful. So I'm writing down my scripts for this week so I can really hone in on my brand and really, really, really start making moves. Like, I'm really doing this. I'm so happy. I would try and study games, but I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? You don't know what you should be looking for when you're studying and watching games? Is that what you mean? You know, are you talking about your film or watching Caitlin Clark? Your film? Okay, so what are you trying to look for? Because there's literally three things that I think a point guard should look for. What was it, three? I think one is the missed opportunities of making a good pass. You need to see how you see the floor. The film is supposed to give you a bird's eye view of yourself. You know what I'm saying? What this means is like, you get to see yourself and how you actually see the floor. So you need to see how you see the floor. Think about that. Whenever you make a... You need to worry about what your teammates do, yes. You need to worry about what the opponents are doing. So the only way you're going to know what your opponents like to do or how they like to shift, you need to find weak points. So let's say you drive down the hole, right? Let's say you drive down the right hole. I mean, down the right lane, right side of the down the lane. But the defender in the right corner does not come to close in. But you kicked it out, right? You kicked it out fast enough. Let's say they came, but they did not come to you fast enough. You need to see that as an opportunity for you to drive to score or drive to, make I think a backdoor pass. I don't know. It depends. But yeah, you need to figure out how to do those things. Yeah, those are three good things right there. Three good things what you need to look at when you're watching film. See what your opponents are doing. what they're doing and where they're going, and where and what your teammates are doing, right? And then see what you need to improve on. Those are 3 things you need to focus on. Sometimes you know the agenda that you're trying to have, but you probably just need approval if that's a good thing to look for. And it is. All of these points you made are valid. You made 3 points, and they're very valid. So you need to write that down in your journal and watch film. Watch a lot of it. Watch every team you played that you have film on, and go from there. And then you adjust your practice. You adjust your strength and training. You tell your coach, I've noticed this, this, and this. Because you are coachable, apparently. And you need to talk to your coach. So your coach knows, all right, this is what she's been looking at, and this is what she thinks she needs to improve on. And he going to tie it in. And, you know what I'm saying, since you're the point guard, it's going to help the team. So don't think nobody want to help out here, man. I feel like I'm a basketball expert right now. That's crazy. I know I haven't played basketball. The last time I played basketball when I was 26, bro. I haven't played since. I've did martial arts training, but I haven't. Well, no, I did play basketball. Literally in 2024. I was 28. Okay, never mind. I'm tripping. I was 28 when I played. But I had pulled my groin, so I was like, nah, I'm good. It's gonna be a minute before I come out this retirement. Cause basketball, man, it's a lot of parts of my body I haven't used yet in a while. Kobe Bryant's, but it was kind of hard because everyone was covering him. Okay. Well, yeah, it's Kobe Bryant. You need to watch the films that are like not choppy, like the long films, like the ones you really have to sit down and watch. Oh, so you saying Kurt? Well, he's somebody you have to respect on defense. So, are you trying to look at how he's positioned when he has the ball before he dribbles? That's a triple threat. You need to study his triple threat. His triple threat is pretty good. I don't know anybody who has stole the ball from him. So you can study his triple threat. When somebody's on him, how is he creating space? How is he keeping the defender from, keeping the defender off of him and having to give him space? Stuff like that. How is he pivoting to create space? All those things. So well, yeah, the fadeaway is that's a pretty advanced shot. Like Dirk Nowitzki has that shot down to the T. Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. I would say just focus on the basic shots, the jump shot, bank shots. Can you do a mid-range bank shot? That's a real good question to add. Like, can you do a mid-range bank shot where you shoot the ball from mid-range and do a bank shot, hit out the backboard? If you can't do that, then you might as well forget about the fadeaway because, I mean, it's pretty hard to do a bank shot mid-range. A lot of people can't do it. But if you can, that sets you apart. That sets you apart completely. You gotta master the basics. All that stuff won't matter. You gotta master the basics first. During my first game, I would say I kept on getting travels call on me because I would try to pivot, but they would say I kept traveling. All right, so you can do a bank shot. How many times can you do it in a row? You need to make that a part of your game. Now, yeah, so you have to focus on how to pivot. I'm sure you already know that if you're right-handed, you obviously gonna pivot off your left. And if you're left-handed, you're obviously gonna pivot off your right. Once you pick up that ball after dribbling, you can only pivot off your left and you can only move that right leg. You can do a jab step with that right leg. You can act like, but I mean, once you pick the ball up, it's over. All right, yeah. Well, you put up 10 bank shots on each side. It don't have to be in a row, but you need to make all 10. You make that part of your game for sure. You never know. You never know when you need it. It's gonna look good when people scouting you, so you never know who's watching too. So okay, yeah. That helps side defense for sure. But you also gotta learn to move your feet, keep your hands up. That's always good. And also gotta learn to record yourself when you're practicing so you can see the difference over time. You also gotta practice using your left hand. Like if you can dribble with your left hand, do layups with your left, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You never know when you might have to use it. Yeah, that's pretty good. What other tips do you have for like basketball? Sheesh, man. I'm trying to remember all the things that I used to do too. Cause I used to study more players. There's a lot of good players, and you need to study more of them from different positions on the floor. Why do I say this? Because you never know where you'll end up on the floor. Just you being a point guard, or you have a better understanding of your teammate's position. Yeah. Oh, actually, ask your teammates who are their favorite players. Who they like to watch. Who they like to imitate. Because as a point guard, you need to have a great awareness of the type of teammates you play with, where their mind is. I would say that you need to know where their mind is. Who do they like to play like? Who do they like to watch? So you can understand, and you can watch them. You can understand your teammates' behavior after a while. Because whatever you give your attention to, you obviously start imitating and doing those things. So it's something you need to like give some consideration. That's one of those tips I would say from a teammate perspective. Dang, another one. I studied Stephen Curry and how he shot because I know he shoots a lot of 3-pointers for practice. It's like 1,000 a day or maybe 300 a day or something like that. But I'm talking about your teammates. What do your teammates like to watch? Who do your teammates like to study? Who do they like to play like? You need to figure out those things. Once you figure out how your teammates play, oh, it's the easiest thing in the world for you as a point guard. You be like, oh, this is why they do that. This is why they made that mistake. Or this is why they want to score like this. Or this is why they want this to happen. Something like that. I don't know. You need to understand the psychology of your teammates. It'll make your life less stressful as a point guard, for sure. I mean, you are the point guard, so you really pretty much are the floor general. You need to know who's doing what and why they doing what they doing, so you don't have to get a headache from it. You just know, okay, this is what they do. Man, go ahead and give me a sticker, man. Y'all got me doing all this consultation at this point for free. Y'all got at least like and share, cause she really came with the questions for real. I did not expect her to be really asking all these questions, but yeah, I mean, I played basketball, so I can't even knock it. I can't, but I'm not giving her none of my secrets of basketball. I would say this. You need to at least do 100, maybe 50 3-point shots a day. You need to focus on free throws. I would say you can get to 100, but let's say you do 50 free throws a day or every other day. And you need to at least put up 50 jump shots, mid-range. And maybe 50 layups, 25 layups, I don't know. 50. That's 200 shots put up. And then once you get conditioned enough, you go up the number. So, yeah, gotta get that. Say you want to get to NBA, I'm telling you. I'm giving you the blueprint that I needed when I was in 8th grade, 7th grade. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that guidance like most people did. But my personality has changed as I got older. I'm more enthusiastic, confident, you know what I'm saying? Not afraid to tell people my experience if they ask any questions. So it's like, it's a little different. Well, you need to practice your 3-pointers more until you get confident enough to make them. I don't know. Maybe coach is right. He don't want to see you shooting them. Don't feel no weight about it. You know what I'm saying? Either get better at 3-pointers or get better at mid-range shots. Get so good at mid-range. Okay, if it takes long, you get good, really good layups too. You get really good at everything. Get really good at everything so you know your baseline. You gotta know your baseline. If right now you're not good at 3-pointers, well, get decent to where you can shoot maybe 5 to 10 threes and make 33% of that. 33% of that is not bad. It's like maybe three threes you made. That's 9 points out of the 10 threes you shot out of the whole game. Easy work. Piece of cake. You can't go wrong with that. You cannot go wrong with that. I'm telling you. Do the numbers. Literally, do the numbers. A point guard should at least shoot. If nobody guarding them, if they wide open, they should shoot those shots and make those shots. Be that type of point guard where you shoot those shots because you're open and you make them. Yep. Be that person. Be that person. Well, yeah, because y'all ain't passing. Give her the ball. Give her the ball, man. If she's a shooting guard, I don't know her position, but if she's a shooting guard, it sounds like she's a shooting guard because she wants the ball to shoot. Give it to her. Give it to her. And you're a point guard, so, I mean, it's your job to give her the ball, especially if she's wide open, but if she not, then, yeah. If she not open, dribble. They say if they're not open, dribble to them and make them cut. Make them cut down and you do a bounce pass or something. I don't know. Where my flute at? Because I feel like playing my flute. Damn it. I know exactly where the flute is. Yeah, you're going to have teammates like that don't listen. So it's they're going to do what they want to do. It's all part of the game. Personalities clash, all that. Yep. Prepare, prepare, prepare. Gotta be ready. You gotta be prepared to perform. It's not gonna be easy, but you got it. I believe in you. All right, man. I'm about to get off. I gotta create this content. I'm gonna post some shorts real soon. So y'all stay tuned, man. I've been slacking, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I got this blog I need to put up. Jeez, bro. I've been slacking for real. All right. Mideus Print, I'm out. And remember, leave your mark, move the world. Peace.